Cheers and enjoy the show. Welcome to The Bar's Open with Beth and Greg. Cheers and enjoy the show. Welcome to The Bar's Open.
Hola. ¿Cómo estás? Toma, te ama.
We
Mi
combining
hago
Japanese and Mexican together?
chicharrones.
those aren't things, honey.
That was, how are you doing tonight? Is your day going well?
Well, hello, little man.
After having sake.
Oh, that's a little Asianese.
Asian, Macasian? Macasian? Asian? Is that a thing?
What are you doing, kitty?
The cat needs attention. And all I see is a big butthole. Cat, go lay down.
Don't spill my
Hope you guys
bottle
are having a
wine.
great night. It's Friday, the
Go.
10th,
Who's the 10th?
the day before Veterans Day.
I remember seeing stuff around work, but I didn't realize it was tomorrow.
Yep, it's tomorrow. So we're going to kick off the show with just an absolute thank you to our veterans out there. Let's go through the list real quick. We tend to do this every year.
What?
The list of veterans in our families.
Oh, there's a lot.
Yeah, there's a ton. So we're not veterans ourselves, but we work for a company that I feel supports veterans.
Yeah, I agree.
And we've worked there collectively for 40
I'm going on 25 in May.
46 or 7 years collectively between the two of us.
That's a long
When you think about that, that's a long time. That's a lot of career out there, right? So my dad, of course, well, my grandparents, my
Right.
grandfather, my dad, in my immediate family, my dad and both my brothers were Marines.
Mm-hmm.
So Semper Fi to those guys. Absolutely. My nephew, Joe,
Yeah, Jonas.
not Joey.
Joe.
Joe is in the Coast Guard. So
Mhm.
thank you for his service. He's active duty right now. And then we've got your family.
Yeah, so I got like 4 uncles, and my dad were all Marines.
Right. DJ, what's happening?
My nephew's was a Marine. My brother was in the Air Force. There's more. Some of my cousins. I got cousins.
Paige was in the
Paige
Navy.
was in the Navy.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
And DJ, yes, you're welcome for your service.
Yes.
So absolutely. Thank you for serving.
Yes.
And you know what I mean? It's just, it's kind of one of those things that you go like, fuck.
It's a day to
A day
appreciate.
for appreciation.
Okay, I'm losing
And
my mind.
discount codes.
I was like, where'd my pencil go? Oh,
Definitely
wait.
get those discount codes.
Right here.
Because I'm fairly certain that veterans, you can go eat for free at like a
really?
IHOP or something like that. You can go into like IHOPs or a
What are you, Iris, all of a sudden?
yeah. Where else can they go? Probably. You can probably go to a get like a
Applebee's.
Applebee's,
Chili's.
probably get a set of wings, Chili's,
Free
for
appetizer.
sure, right? Free appetizer with the purchase of a Coke
Yeah.
or something like that, right?
And get movie tickets while you're at Applebee, because they always seem to give away movie tickets with
Yeah,
their stuff.
so go to your local convenience store, 7-Eleven. They'll
CB
probably give you a free hot dog
CB said,
for your
cheers.
service.
pipe hitters.
I think that veterans definitely deserve a similar to like a gay
You have
pride month.
One crazy hair on your mustache. It's driving me nuts.
Like a gay pride month, I think veterans should get
full
absolutely a full month. I think they probably put more into this country than
Yeah.
the gays. I'm not saying the gays haven't done a lot.
I was like, a lot of the gays serve. So
No, I'm not. Hey, I'm not talking about the gays do a lot for us.
why are you calling them the gays? That sounds
Well, they get the whole
horrible.
month.
Well, I get a whole month as a Hispanic woman.
You get a Hispanic Heritage Month too. God damn. It's whiteys. We're just over here being white,
Yeah.
stealing pride and shit, or stealing something.
Well, that
Stealing
broke with my
valor.
nose.
Are we stealing
Ow.
valor? I don't know. Do we steal valor as being a white person now?
All right, you want to hear what I'm drinking?
Yeah. What are you drinking, Castro? 'Cause
I have no idea.
It's been a
Stefano-
long day. We got a lot of shit to talk
Stefano
about. Happy
di-
Valentine's Day.
Velocity Gold.
I'm sorry. CB, I thought he said Happy Valentine's Day. He said Happy Veterans Day.
Month. Happy Veterans
Oh,
Month.
there you go. Even better.
Stefano de Blasi Gold, Italia. Toscana Indicazione. I have no idea. It's fucking wine.
If somebody could interpret that, what the fuck did you just say?
It's got this whole in.
Where'd you get that number one?
So the Naked Wines, 12 bottles.
Put that right in the middle so people can see
case
it.
of wine for I got a case of wine for like $90 for like when I first started.
It was
out
like
with
15
them.
bottles.
It was 12 bottles.
Oh,
That's
12
case, honey.
okay.
Hashtag not.
I was thinking a baker's dozen. Gay community is louder. What Chris CB.
I mean, sometimes. And then I joined their membership, so they take $40 a month that I have yet to buy anything with, but I will.
Oh, they're just collecting our cash. It's like Starbucks reward. Do you get rewards points at least? Starbucks at least gives you fucking rewards points.
I get discounted wines with that money, so I probably have $120 now. I need to just go buy some wines.
Maybe.
I'm down to like 7. That's an emergency. Down to 7
There's
bottles
7
of wine.
bottles of wine in that.
There's 6 now.
In the whole thing?
Yeah, that I'll drink. There's some white ones in there I don't touch.
Oh, no.
What are you talking about?
We're failing. I'm failing my wife
Why?
because I only have 7 bottles of wine left.
6 bottles of wine left.
6.
This was number 7.
Guys. So if you hear my voice, I'm all fucked up.
So dramatic.
I don't have the flu and I don't have COVID. I went and got tested. And
Did they make you get tested or did they ask you?
oh, that bitch walked in there with a fucking thing.
Oh, she did?
She goes, I gotta test you. And I said, okay.
Was it one swab for both tests or did they do 2 swabs?
One swab for both tests, but they didn't. I was like, is that thing gonna touch my brain? Because I'm not gonna let you do it. She goes, no, I just have to do right inside your nose.
Because they used to touch your brain,
yeah,
right?
remember that one where fucking people were like worried about things breaking off?
Well,
and,
they were like,
creating...
you just could see where you're like,
yeah.
I mean, I've never gotten tested,
right. So I've had little cold since since Sunday.
No DJ. White wines give me heartburn.
Sunday night, got a little tickle on my chest. Went, oh fuck.
Listen, I call it your
happening.
annual November chest cold because you get one almost
so
every
if you hear
November.
my voice will start giving out here in maybe an hour or so. So we're good though. We got plenty.
Julia, hi.
What's up? What
She goes,
Julia's on?
OMG, I caught another one live.
Nice.
Yeah.
Welcome. It's awesome to see.
Yeah, yeah.
And I love seeing your pictures of your baby boy. He's so cute.
Okay, so speaking of pictures of baby boy, I never do social media, right?
You have a baby?
No, I did social media today and I literally time travel 40 minutes later. I was like, oh, fuck, I got to feed the dog. How did that happen? Like all of a sudden it was 10 o'clock. I was like, I swear I've been up since 9.
So back to me.
No, I'm over you.
Got a cold. Don't have COVID. Don't have the AIDS.
That's
got
all
the
it
lung
is
aid.
the cold. Quit being
See? Got the lung AIDS. You'll
nice
hear it
and juicy
every now.
in
Yeah.
there.
So you hear it every now and then.
At least it's juicy and not
But
dry.
you know what? It is what it is. But
Excuse
the girl,
my-
they tried to hand me
a mask.
a face diaper,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'm not wearing that.
Good for you, because I wouldn't have worn it either. I wonder, would I
At
put
the
it on?
office, you would have worn
Would
it.
I
You would have succumbed
nah,
to
I would have been like,
social pressure.
because here's what happens with glasses. You wear that thing and you breathe, and your whole glasses just get fogged up.
When was the last time you guys put on a face diaper?
No
A
AIDS,
face
COVID.
mask? No way. No,
Look, reset that.
no COVIDs.
No COVIDs.
It sounds like the popcorn lung,
The hookah.
the hookah lung.
That's the thing you smoke, right? And it goes. It makes that same sound when you cough. It goes,
Yeah. Yeah. It hits me every
See,
now and then.
stop talking about it, and you won't cough.
Well, we're talking a lot, so it's going to happen. We do a podcast. God damn it. We'll get through it. Just don't mind COVIDs. I don't have that, though.
Cheers.
Cheers. You know what?
I haven't taken a sip yet. Let's hope for the best. And
Cheers.
ooh, smells strong.
Got a new $2 koozie. It says San Antonio. I don't know. I mean, it just makes sense. I live in
Ooh,
right outside of
good.
San Antonio.
It's like grape Kool-Aid good. You hear my stomach?
Was that?
My
Nice.
tummy.
We went. So the reason we didn't have a show on Wednesday
Yes, please.
is we got invited over to Jared
Chasing the cat.
Taylor's house. It's kind of cool. And for the Nobody Cares comedy show. If you haven't seen that, go out to YouTube, check it out. There's a Nobody Cares comedy show link channel. Yeah,
Okay.
channel out there. But I was debating. I was like, no, I'm not going. Yes, we're going. No, we're not.
Yeah,
Yes.
all night.
And then I even posted it for 2 seconds. I was like, all right, we're going to go. It was really good. So if you haven't seen it, it's funny as shit. This episode will be coming out probably in a couple of weeks, I imagine. Like that, once they do all the editing.
That was 1, 2, 3, 5 total.
5 people.
Yeah. Plus they had a host who was pretty damn funny too.
He was,
So the host, the 2 guys from Austin, the 2 people from Austin, freaking hilarious.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like my stomach hurt.
You'll remember one who used to have a show with a guy on the Drinking Bros network as well. He's kind of a bigger dude, but now he's been at like Joe Rogan's, what was that comedy, whatever the fucking.
So Will Gray said, last time I had a face mask was when I had my knee surgery. So that was probably because he was in the hospital. And Julia said, "Ooh, have a hot toddy. It always helps me."
I might have to. I don't even know how to make
know
one.
we don't have stuff for hot toddy.
We can Julia, text me how to make a hot toddy if you don't mind. I'll definitely have one. But it was really cool. It really
fun.
was an unexpected kind of. We didn't know
opportunity.
And there's only a handful of people that are there. Not that we were special or anything. We just happened to know somebody, Peter McGuire.
Yeah.
Who happened to say, "Hey, you should come out." And I was like, "Nah, He's
It was fun.
It was good.
Yeah.
So go check out the Nobody Cares comedy show out on Instagram and YouTube. Also, I saw last night. I think it was last night. Nick Palmisano posted something.
I don't know who that
Remember
is.
Nick Palmisano? Range 15. He is the guy that owned.
Oh, the clothing line.
Yeah, he owned. I don't remember which clothing line it was at this point. He sold it. I don't know. Anyway, they're coming out with a TV show that they're crowdsourcing funds for, kind of like Range 15. It's called. Oh fuck.
Yeah, your memory's definitely going.
Hello, Joe. So, Morning Joe. I don't something like that. Joe something. I don't remember. What the fuck? Ranger IB. What's the Joe one? Have you guys seen it yet? But they're going to be starting a TV show.
On what channel?
I don't know if it's going to be a YouTube channel. It's probably going to be a YouTube funny comedy kind of thing. I imagine it's kind of like, I know Jared's involved. I know he's involved. Office Joe. Thank you, Wilkery. Thank you. Office Joe. So go out. They've got they released it like 4 hours before I noted it last night when I caught it. Right?
Okay.
You can go check it out.
They have a show up already?
It's like the intro and how they came about it. It's kind of dumb, whatever. Obviously,
it's boy
fun.
Humor is what you're saying?
Boy humor, but it'll be fun. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good.
Well, we can't watch it on Sundays. Sunday YouTube is reserved for paranormal.
Anyway, I don't even know when it's going to start. I don't remember because I was sitting on the couch kind of dying last night.
You're so
dying
dramatic.
on the inside.
Yeah, I'm dying because I have to keep listening to you cry about it all.
I swear to God. But go check that out. Last thing, check out Night Shift Podcast. The one we were just on Tuesday with Andrea.
Yes, Up All Night, you mean.
But it's
Night
also
Shift,
the
yes.
Night Shift Podcast. We were on there on Tuesday, which was really fun. It was a really interesting case. I got to give Andrea Up Late shout out because she invited us to go.
It was fun. It's good. And it was an interesting case.
Go check out that if you don't mind. If you don't follow Andrea Up Late, go follow her. Go out to Andrea Up Late on YouTube and definitely check her shit out as well. So that's all the at the top stuff.
Okay, it was a lot this time.
I know it kind of was a little heavy at the front, right? But we have a fucking gremlin in the house.
He's doing his parkour shit.
I didn't even see him.
You didn't?
I like turned and he was already around the corner.
Him?
Yeah, I just heard him. We've got a gremlin in the house. All good though.
Parkour.
What do you think about The Rock for the president?
I don't.
Evidently, there's a thing. People are talking about getting The Rock.
They've been talking about that forever, and he said no.
Well, nope. Let's come back up. This is on Fox News.
Well, it's got to be real then if it was on Fox News.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson says political parties approached him to run for president. One after the other.
Left or right? What would he go as?
Political parties are seriously interested in Dwayne The Rock Johnson and are eyeing him for the Oval Office. Could you imagine? That's where we go full fucking idiocracy.
Seriously.
Right?
Yes.
Like everybody gets issued Crocs.
Crocs? Why Crocs?
Because that was the shoe in Idiocracy. That's where. Did you ever know that? Did you know that?
I've only watched Crocs? It once. No.
Okay, so this is kind of a
Which everybody does wear Crocs now. So we're already kind of partway there.
The funny part about it is Crocs were like a no-name company. And they were just trying to get. And Idiocracy
helped push them along.
Actually was like, we needed this like bland, boring, dumb-looking shoe.
Now they have a boot.
And then they put him in the show. And now what? 15 years later?
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. And now you have cowboy boot.
DJ said Camacho.
Camacho.
For president.
Now you have cowboy boot versions of Crocs.
I have no Crocs of anything.
Would you vote for The Rock over Biden? Yes.
Yes.
Would you vote for The Rock over Matthew McConaughey?
No.
You go Matthew McConaughey on that one?
Mm-hmm.
Would you vote for The Rock over a rock?
An actual rock?
Like an actual rock?
Yes.
Would you vote for The Rock over a golden retriever?
No.
I wouldn't either. I'd go for
the one that could talk, like push the buttons and talk to us and be like,
yeah.
You are idiots.
Hungry.
Feed
hungry.
Now.
Feed now.
Cookie. It's kind of what we have in the office now, right?
Yeah, he's fucking retarded. I think we'd probably be better off. I love the. All right. The professional wrestler turned movie star says he's been approached by political parties to run for president of the United States after a survey from the New York Daily News cited that 46% of Americans would vote for him.
How
big is that sample size?
Did you get if it's half the nation, one of us had to get asked.
Oh.
I mean.
Did you?
No, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't either. Did you guys?
I mean, 46% of the nation, that's almost half. Yeah. So one of them.
Chances are.
One of them.
One of you guys got called.
I think it's 46% of New Yorkers would vote for The Rock because, well, it's New York.
Says, that was an interesting poll that happened, he said, and I was really moved by that. And I was really like blown away.
Kitty, do not jump.
So we have a big ass balcony just off, and it drops down like
to the stairs,
2 floors down. And
the cat's looking over it like,
I'm gonna get Mick.
Could I make
it? He goes, and I was really blown away. I was really honored. He told Trevor Noah. Of course, he told Trevor Noah, right?
I agree, DJ.
At the end of the year in 2022, I got a visit from the parties asking me if I was going to run and if I could run. Johnson spilled. It was a big deal, and it came out of the blue. If anybody can tell you,
I bought his shoes, and if his politics are anything like his shoes, they're going to suck.
Yeah,
those shoes are shit.
Or if it's like his fundraiser in Hawaii with Oprah that completely backfired.
Did it really? Why?
Oh yeah, remember he was trying to raise $10 million.
No, I didn't know this. See, I don't pay attention to this.
Okay,
shit.
So he was trying to raise $10 million in Hawaii with Oprah.
Okay.
Oprah.
Yeah.
Billionaire.
Yeah. Just give them the $10 million.
The Rock is basically a billionaire.
Yeah, just give them $10 million.
Tried to say, hey, we want your help. And I talked about it with Peter one time. And he's like, no, he's a pretty good guy. And I'm like, nah, I think he's kind of a piece of shit.
His mindset was in the right place, but just give the fucking money. It could be a tax write-off for you.
Fucker, you're The Rock. You make $10 million
in a week, probably. With just all his
your Terramana. With all
his endorsements between shoes and liquor.
What the fuck does he say? He's like doing his fucking bullshit, pretend Hawaiian shit.
Oh,
because he's kind of Hawaiian. Is he really Hawaiian?
He's from Hawaii, isn't he?
No, I think he's
Polynesian.
Yeah,
I mean he's big like Polynesian.
I'm pretty sure he's from fucking like New Jersey though, right? He's got all the tattoos.
He was born in Hawaii and moved when he was 3.
He ain't a Jason Momoa.
Is he really from Hawaii?
He's probably from fucking South Jersey too.
They're all from South Jersey.
Probably, right?
Yeah. All those big boys like that.
South Jersey.
South Jersey.
Fuckers.
They just lose their
God
accent.
damn it. Fucking South Jersey dickheads. Said they brought up the poll that they also brought up their own deep dive research that would prove, should I ever decide to go down that road?
Deep dive research.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think that research consists of? 2,000
people in New Jersey.
New York, not New Jersey, New York, because that's where the article is.
Oh, yeah. My bad. He's from
Boom
Florida.
said he lives in New York, and he
it's
did
off
not.
Of tequila.
He did not ask.
No, we have the tequila. Somebody brought it over here.
Stephanie loves Terramar.
I've never had a bottle of tequila in my house for 3 years.
She gave that to me when we did my dad's thing. She sent it with lime juice.
Nobody drank it.
No, we did a couple shots. That's why it's open.
No, that was no.
No, that was after Ben's tequila ran out. We opened that tequila
gun thing, right?
Yeah, it was after that ran out. Then we opened the tequila.
That's why.
Yeah,
because you forgot how to taste.
No,
after you drank an entire pistol.
We didn't drink. He gave.
Remember that pistol thing,
babe? Yes, but he gave like several people shots from that thing.
It said that. Trevor asked that you'd be a real contender. He questioned. He goes, yeah, it was very surreal because that's never been my goal. My goal has never been to be into politics. Matter of fact, there's a lot of things about politics I hate. So we'll just leave it at that. You guys do your own research on your political.
Okay, so there's an election this month. What is it?
Oh, it was Tuesday. But we can't vote. This is the one we don't vote in because we're not inside the city limits. Yeah. So there was a lot of states that were voting on like abortion rights and like a lot of different things, right?
So there was nothing for the count.
Not for us.
The county of Bear.
No.
Bear County.
Not for us specifically. Yeah. It was kind of weird.
Somebody said he's from Florida, and then
Chris.
He said he's actually from Cali. Which one? Jason Momoa is from Cali, maybe.
They're both.
The Rock is from Florida.
Well, The Rock, I know his dad was the WWF wrestler as well.
Oh, really?
Like really, really.
Why do you
famous.
know so much about The Rock?
Well, because he's just famous as shit. And it's The Rock. Like everybody knows.
Here's
The Rock.
something that's funny. I was watching one of his early movies. He has gotten so way more attractive.
Walking Tall?
No.
With it, when he had hair,
no.
like more hair than
it
me?
wasn't Walking Tall. It was even before that. He had hair. Was it the
first one was
Scorpion King? Maybe
Scorpion King was his first movie.
He had a lot of hair in that movie, and he is much more attractive now. So he obviously money makes you pretty, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, well, he's gonna start shaving his head. I mean, it was smart. That's a business decision, right? You start fucking shaving your head. The Rock is from Cali.
Oh, okay.
He's been Beth's been living under a rock.
No, you're not wrong. When it comes to shit like that.
What are you gonna do?
When it comes to politics and starlets, I'm like, I don't touch it with a 10-foot pole.
I wouldn't fuck her with your dick and 10-foot pole pushing.
Stupid.
It's fine. You want to see this gay ass thing?
Do I? It was awesome in.
What would you
Get Smart?
Okay,
Get
number
Smart
one.
was the
this can be hard for you to see,
like
but
him. It was with Anne Hathaway. Not Anne. Yeah, Anne
what's
Hathaway.
You're rich. You are like
What,
just
the what?
go pretend you are the richest bitch on the block.
Okay.
But not this block. This
It's
is
the
like-
block of the world.
Let's go Beverly Hills. You're the richest queen out there, right?
Okay.
How much would you spend on a purse?
I'm rich.
Rich.
Do I even care about price then?
Well, I mean, to an extent.
No, obviously. Don't.
Okay, no. Okay. How much you can pay? But you're still a human being.
Depends on the purse, bitch.
About $1 million.
No. If you're super rich.
I give you Exhibit A.
Who's
Pharrell Williams is
Like he-
slammed as out of touch and annoying after debuting a $1 million
full of shooting.
Louis Vuitton millionaire speedy bag just months after he was named brand's creative director.
He probably didn't have to pay for it.
No.
Probably gave it to him.
Yeah.
That thing is ugly. And why would a man want that purse?
Okay, so
It's
we're
not a purse.
all right. So real quick, flashback Wednesday.
That guy's Gucci was the bomb. So was his girlfriend's.
My wife has Gucci.
Mine's
And
little though.
I literally called him out, and I was like, "Oh, you have
You totally did." And I was like, "Oh, no."
I was like, "You and my wife's purses match." And he goes, "Oh my God, they do." And I was laughing on the inside.
He had so many piercings. I didn't even look at his purse.
He had a tattoo across his entire goddamn eyelid.
He had so many piercings just in this region that I didn't even notice.
It was very interesting.
Until he walked by, and I was like, "Damn, that's a hot purse." Trade ya? No.
It was fun.
And then his girlfriend or
Flashback.
his female friend or whatever she was to him, hers was awesome too.
She have a Gucci?
Yes, it was gorgeous.
The Gucci gang.
Like,
What was that? What
I was trying.
I was literally trying to find the fucking. Remember that? Oh, hang on a second. Let me see if I can find it. Two chain Gucci gang, right?
What?
Okay, hang on a second. I'll see if I can find it.
Two chain Gucci
Yeah,
king.
yeah.
You could probably just type that in. Can we take Pharrell away? Because even his glasses are weird.
No, I that's why I wanted to put it up.
He looks like a bug. Got bug eyes.
Gucci gang. Gucci gang. Gucci gang. Meme. I need to find it. Oh, I'm never gonna find it because I don't remember what it's called. This girl.
Peter
goes,
said,
"Gucci-
"You look full of sushi."
Gucci gang, something like that. And
Gucci boss. Gucci bass. Gucci bass.
I don't remember what it was.
Is what CB said.
It was so good. It was so good. This little gangster chick. All right, so you ready?
Mm-hmm.
He's in trouble.
Because he bought this.
Now, if you want to look like $1 million, then purchasing Pharrell Williams' new Louis Vuitton bag will do just the trick. 50-year-old fashion designer designed the bag, and it's cool $1 million for that bag.
Designed the bag? Well,
He
that's
designed
why
it,
it's
and
so
that bag is $1 million for that bag.
Who do you think's gonna buy it? Do you think like Kim Kardashian probably?
Probably. Grammy Award-winning artist who
Kardashian
was
women.
named Louis Vuitton's creative director of menswear earlier this year first showed off the bag during Paris Fashion Week in June. It's called the Millionaire Speedy Bag, which
I
is
feel
made.
like if you have to throw $1 million in there,
There's several colors.
You're bragging.
There's several colors as well. Which is made to order, is handmade from crocodile leather and covered in Louis Vuitton Signature's monogram.
They make leather out of crocodile?
Dude, crocodile boots, man.
I didn't know they were leather. I thought they were just crocodile skin.
Yeah,
It's like
that's
snakes.
leather.
It's like snake skin.
That's
Snake
leather.
Skin's not leather. I don't
Skin is basically skin.
Scales aren't leather.
No, you take the scales. No, honey. Yeah,
I left you speechless. Holy fuck. Boing.
is what it is. So they've got red, green, blue, brown, and the yellow.
Brown probably would look a lot better than red, green, and yellow.
I don't know. You make the
Red
decision.
would
What
be
do you
okay.
think?
The brown.
You go brown?
I go brown. I'm a traditionalist.
I don't know.
Cause I'm happy.
I don't know. The bag will features chunky gold hardware across the handles and shoulder straps. But PETA is all pissed off
Because he's killing crocodiles?
because he's killing the gators.
Okay, alligators.
Right? The gators.
Well, they're killing gators everywhere. Remember those guys that caught a 25-foot one?
Mhm.
Are they mad
Yeah.
at them?
Gucci Bass. Could you do, can
I already
you
told
make,
you that's what the group was called. He said that's the gang, Gucci Bass, when you were looking it up.
no, I wasn't talking about that. There's a girl that does there's like a meme girl.
Mean or mean? M-I-M-I?
M-E-M-E. Meme.
Oh, is that how you spell mean?
Yeah,
It's not
meme.
M-I-M-I?
That would be Mimi.
I mean, the other one's Mimi.
No, meme. Oh, you're thinking
Meme.
meme.
Oh,
Like
no.
M-E-M-E-R-E? Like
No.
what my mom.
Why would
like,
I think of that? There's never been a meme.
No,
in my
you
life.
could never say meme. You would be like meme.
I don't call anybody
Memery?
meme.
You guys French? Anybody French out there that calls their grandmother?
Mine was
Meme.
abuela, abuelo.
Yeah, and that doesn't make any fucking sense either. No, it
Spanish
doesn't.
For grandmother and
As
grandfather.
is
But
meme for French
mayonnaise,
people.
mayonnaise is grandmother? Because that's what it sounds like.
What'd you
Mayonnaise?
call yours?
I didn't call them anything. I called them granddaddy
And what do you call them in
and
Spanish?
Masha, abuela.
Yeah, that's fucking. Isn't that the thing you put like
No.
honey on?
No,
What's
that
that?
is not. You're talking about The pocket?
Yeah.
No, that's not what.
What's that called?
I'm thinking. Hold on.
That's called something like fried dough, basically.
No, I'll tell you what it's called.
Is that what they do with your elders?
That's what I do with your ass when you die.
Fry them up.
Buñuelo? No, not a Buñuelo. Buñuelo is the flat one.
Oh, goddamn, it's right there.
It's right there. And I hated them as kids because I didn't like
they're
honey.
delicious.
Now you put chocolate on them and serve them with vanilla ice cream. Hello.
Fuck.
And then we wonder why most Hispanics are diabetic.
Cheers.
Because we know the good stuff.
So nonetheless, if you're going to murder an alligator, make it into $1 million bag. I'm all for killing alligators. I don't care. There's a billion of them down in Florida.
That's why I'm wondering
Just
why they're... And they eat people's dogs and chickens and bunnies.
Right. You do you.
Work hard. Words are hard.
Words are hard.
And I said works hard. Apparently they're really fucking hard for me.
This is a pretty fun fucking story.
Great. Now I have that stupid happy song in my head.
Are you happy?
Okay, go for it.
So this
I'm sorry,
been
what?
out. What?
Number 3?
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that right now. So, evidently, this story's been out for a couple days now, and I was gonna get to it on Wednesday. Brian sent this to me.
Okay.
Robot crushes man to death after allegedly mistaking him for a box of vegetables.
Why is he gonna squish a box of vegetables?
Let's get into this.
Words are hard.
A South Korean man died from crushing injuries after a robot allegedly mistook him for a box of vegetables at his workplace on Wednesday night, according to multiple reports. And this is this was 2 nights ago, November 8th. The robotics company employee, who was in his 40s, was inspecting a robotic sensor ahead of a test run Wednesday at a Korean pepper sorting plant. When the incident happened, the BBC reported.
I'm going to say the test run failed.
The machine allegedly grabbed him and pushed him into a conveyor belt, which led him to suffer facial and chest injuries.
It didn't really crush him as much as
it grabbed him and went and pushed him into a fucking thing.
I wonder why they're squishing.
I was really in my head when I originally read this story.
Right.
I was thinking that bitch like folded him up like a box.
But I would like just went.
Yeah, that's what I originally
And then I
thought.
immediately thought of Terminator.
Yes. Yeah.
It's beginning.
Have you ever seen the there's this this is a sad kind of weird thing. And you can go out and Google this. There's this robot. It's just an arm in the middle, and it's got basically like this flat plate that's like on the end of it. Right. And this is gonna sound sad, but it's a robot, so you have to get over it. Don't cry. So what it does is it's constantly going nonstop. And imagine one of those like arms that's kind of coming down and it's doing like mechanical work.
Does stuff at Amazon.
Right. But it's instead of it picking, what this thing is doing, it's constantly pulling hydraulic fluid into itself. But there's a constant leak of hydraulic fluid.
So he's trying to restore his leaking hydraulics?
Constantly. 24 hours a day.
They're doing this to him on purpose?
It doesn't have it's not a him. It's a robot.
They're doing it to it on purpose?
Yeah.
That's just mean.
Why?
It's obviously trying to survive.
Literally the line is like severed and it leaks out. And as it scoops it into the pan,
it just keeps leaking.
That's
fucked up.
Why?
Because the thing obviously is smart enough to know that it needs this shit.
Just trained. All the algorithm says is keep doing this.
That's sad because that algorithm is his brain. His brain's on crack.
How's the ethic? What's ethic? What's
the
unethical about that? It's not a real thing.
There's not unethical, but if you're a caring person, you'd be like, just set that thing off.
But that's a person thing.
I'm a caring
So what happens
person.
if you shut it off? Do you kill it?
No, it's just shut off. It's no longer
Why does that make you feel sad?
It's no longer attempting to get something it needs to stay
It doesn't
alive.
know it needs to stay alive. It just knows it needs to keep feeding itself the hydraulic fluid.
You are literally dead inside now.
But why? It's just a robot.
It's still me.
Wait until those fucking robots start walking around our houses. You're like, got a song. Bring me a beer, and it's gonna be like, wah, wah, wah.
No, it's gonna throw
Like,
you in a
bitch,
conveyor.
why didn't you charge yourself?
It's gonna throw yourself in a conveyor. It's gonna throw you in a conveyor belt and squish you. Clearly. However, for me, because I say please and thank you to all our AI devices, it'll be like, yes, ma'am, I will get you a glass of wine. 1 second, please.
Do you guys have your shit plan programmed to get you a glass of wine?
You can't. But I literally say
On a Roomba?
I literally say
No, we have dogs.
I literally say the device's name. A, please turn on the living room lights. And she turns on the living room lights. And I'm like, thank you.
So this
and
guy.
she says, you're very welcome.
The machine pushed him in the conveyor belt, which led him to suffer facial and chest
wounds.
wounds.
Art installation to
the man was then taken to the hospital where he died from his injuries. So yeah, he's DED.
So it was a test run for this AI.
Yeah, there's no
robot.
It's kind of a funny part is the other day.
Obviously didn't have any safety parameters on it.
Yeah, there's no OSHA there, evidently, no lockout.
I'm going to say that test failed.
You think?
Can you imagine if there were people around, they were like screaming and there's nothing you can do because it just went, it tossed him and you're like, bye, Johnny. Godspeed.
I'm out.
I don't know what.
Shouldn't there have been like the biggest red button?
But what are you going to, like the minute you pick him up, you hit the red button. But if you're not fast enough, which probably there was a red button and somebody wasn't fast enough.
And just smashes him into the box.
I just really want to know why they're smashing vegetables. That's really what I want to know.
That's why I was like, so it picks him up. Like he's leaned. I'm trying to figure out like leaned over. It just grabs him by the back.
He probably was doing the real job that the human does on that part of the line. And they were testing the robot to see if they could replace humans with this thing.
Now now my brain went Doc Octopus.
Now it clearly was like, we don't need you, bitch. Get in there.
Now I'm like RoboCop. Like they cut him apart. And now it becomes part of the machine.
Oh, now they take his brain that could have lived if he could have been oxygenated, and they just put it into the machine. Robot. Yeah,
and now it can differentiate between humans.
I mean, dude, it's going to happen.
Man.
It might be 150 years, and we'll be dead. But from heaven, I'll be like, bitch, I told you. God's gonna be like, she did tell you, Gregory.
She told you. Cheers, everybody! Happy fucking Friday. It is a wet and damp weekend.
It's a very fall
down here in San Antonio.
It's not super cold. It's only like
damp,
mid-50s.
What's up, Reed? How you doing, Julia? How's the weather up there? It's
cold, probably. Tacoma. I call my Alex the C word, Julia.
Fair. Nothing wrong with that.
Does she answer to the C word instead of her name? That would be hilarious. I don't think you can change their names. You can change their accents.
I don't know. I was trying to think about it. I was literally pondering.
Oh, hi, Reed. Hugs, everyone. That's
hugs.
Sweet.
Warm hugs from South Florida.
From warm South Florida.
Where he's sitting in the pool.
Oh, is it that warm?
Drinking his hard AF.
Is it that warm?
Yeah, it's fucking South Florida. He lives in Miami.
I don't know what the temperature is in Miami. And
you want to look it up? Hang on.
Hey,
it's not fucking here.
What's the temperature in Miami, Florida?
There you go.
79. That's a little chilly for pool.
Get fucked. It's 79 and it's fucking 9 o'clock or 8:45. Yes, it's perfect weather for a pool.
Hot tub, yes.
Oh, he's probably got one.
He said hot and humid. He said.
See, my wife over there trying to talk me out of moving to South fucking Florida.
Oh, I'm not trying to talk you out of it because it's not going to happen. There's nothing to talk out of.
I'm moving to fucking Florida.
Bye.
Bye. You stay here. I'll go down to South Florida.
You can change their names.
I'll set up camp there.
What did she say? Oh, why am I locked out? Okay, there.
There's only a set number of things.
You can change their names, but I think there's only a set number of things that you can call it. Do you
actually call it, hey, C word? That would work.
That's well, I mean, it's funny, but I couldn't call mine that because those are safe for very bad words or very sexual words. It's either you're such a fucking cunt, and that is not a nice thing.
Twat?
That's
probably. Yeah.
Because that's just what they call each other in England. You're such a twat.
They call each other cunts in fucking England as well.
Do they call each other cunts?
You raspy cunt.
That just sounds gross.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
You say raspy cunt, and I automatically think of somebody who has a serious sexual infection.
It's kind of sounds like me with my chesty.
Sexual infection.
Have you heard of this? It's a new one. Young people warned against quote unquote soft saving trend.
She says, I call mine, see you next Tuesday. It starts talking without me asking. I tell it to shut up.
Nice. That's exactly, yeah. Young people warned against soft saving, in quote, trend that's taking over Gen Z.
Say that again.
I just said it for the third time. You ready?
I'm paying attention.
Let's start this.
I promise.
Whole podcast over for Beth. Young people warned against soft saving trend that's taking over Gen Z.
Soft savings.
What do you think soft saving would be?
The savings account that's not really a savings account? So you throw money in there, but you spend it whenever you want. It's not for an emergency. I don't know.
Kind of
saving. Maybe your virginity.
I hadn't thought about that.
Like it's like the Mormon thing where you're soaking, but now they're calling it soft saving. Kind of.
That's a stretch, but
is it?
No.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
The older generations have a go at Gen Z a lot these days. The Sunlight Bible. And now they're taking aim at the new trend younger people are doing called soft saving.
Okay.
I do have a bone to pick. I don't know who wrote this person, this whatever. I do have a bone to pick with the individuals from Gen Z for calling me a boomer when I'm from the tail end of millennials. This dude.
Wait.
But generally they're
calling him a boomer when he's
like tail end of Gen Z. So he's like probably like our age.
We're Gen X. Millennials are like the ones that we made fun of.
I don't know. I don't even know.
We had Gen Z.
So okay, so my dad is Gen.
No, your dad's a boomer.
I don't remember all the times.
Even my brother is a boomer.
So like 10 years from now, older than me. It's the 60s or something like that. We're not there. We're not there.
I mean, I'm pretty close.
Anyway, the deal is this. If you've not heard of this, it involves people preferring to spend money on experiences. Did you hear me?
No, I'm busy laughing. Okay, yes.
This is what it is. If you've not heard of this, it involves people preferring to spend money on experiences which they feel boost their personal growth and emotional well-being.
Do they give you an example?
That is soft savings.
Give me an example.
Going on vacation.
I mean, okay.
That all sounds like...
Why would that be soft savings instead of just vacation?
Hang on. Let's get into this a little bit more. That all sounds like pretty reasonable, a way to spend one's money. But the problem some people have is that Gen Z are spending their money on this instead of putting cash away for the future. Right? So
that's
literally...
millennials, though, too. Remember they said they were going to be one of the...
When was the first time once you got out on your own?
That what?
That you took a vacation? Like you were literally on your own.
Okay, so does my honeymoon count? We didn't pay for it.
No.
I mean, we didn't pay for it, but we were on our own.
No, like literally you had to save for your own. Like me, when I started at the firm,
right?
It was probably like 4 years before I went on vacation. Like actually took a vacation. I mean, granted, I'd go to California for the weekend or something like that. Here's what's funny. But not an actual vacation.
There's a space of time.
I was broke as fuck.
There's a space of time that I've chosen not to remember. It's from 1994 to 2004.
Is that because you were blacked out or
because I was married?
Did you take a vacation?
I'm trying to remember. I honestly don't remember my life with him, but that's so sad.
Is it sad or were you abused? Like, do we need to have another podcast on that?
I know we took vacations. I just can't think
you went to you had to have gone to the beaches and stuff.
No.
Have you been to like places I want to go to?
No, I told you.
And you just don't remember? Or you don't want to revisit them?
I went to Acapulco in college for spring break.
That's where you split your forehead open.
My forehead open. We went to St. Lucia, which we do need to go to for our honeymoon. And then I honestly don't know if we ever went anywhere.
You didn't go anywhere with your ex-husband? You were married for 11 fucking years.
We were together for 10. The last year was separating, working on a divorce.
Whatever.
Honestly, babe, I didn't travel much before I met you.
So
California was the first time I'd ever been to California when we went. I probably had
never been on an escalator before. I brought her.
Shut up. I think I might have gone to. I went to Cancun for a girls' trip when I was married. So Acapulco, Cancun. I did pay for my own trip to Cancun because it was a girls' trip.
How long did it take you to save up for that?
I don't think I saved.
So that's what I'm getting at. Like.
You forget, I also had a savings account my parents started for me when I was in college in case I didn't get a job right out of school. So I had a savings account.
Do you spend your money now
Right. Well,
And that's kind of logic here. It's kind of what it's getting at.
That's what the kids do. It's about
Do
experience.
you spend all your money now?
No.
Through maybe your 30s.
No. So you should save 10% and then spend whatever you want after you save 10%.
But what if that 10% is all you got?
Well, then you suck it up, Buttercup, and you want to live to 90, then you better have some fucking money so you don't have to work your whole life.
Julia said, so I think vacations are 100% reasonable as long as you can afford it without depleting your savings
account.
Agreed. And she also said we didn't take vacations when I was a kid. It wasn't something
we didn't either.
Afford. We didn't either.
We could afford it, but
okay.
I was a typical Hispanic woman that traveled 5 hours south to Brownsville, Texas, so that we could see my mom's family. That was literally every spring break.
She did say, as soon as I could afford it, my ass was taking as many vacations as I could. So I wouldn't call them vacations.
But she said, as soon as she could afford it,
right.
being the key
I wouldn't
word.
Consider like what I did in my 20s vacations.
Savings,
so because it's
they're saving the experience in their mind.
But that doesn't put money in your 401k.
So here's the thing about experiences. You can have them anywhere. You don't have to always travel to have those. It's called living a life outside your house.
Yeah. Or VR goggles.
I had an experience this afternoon. We went to sushi. It's an experience.
Like an expensive experience.
Yeah, we're not going back. Thank you, Peter. It was very good. It's very good. Now, that's going to be like your birthday.
My thing is this.
But Julie's only 22, Reed said. Yeah, he's not far off, right?
She got a kid. It's all right.
People can have kids at 16. That doesn't make her older.
That's not right.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, physically, physically, I don't do that. That's not condoning. Anyway,
none of my business.
I'm just saying this. Like my vacations when I was a kid, we went to Disneyland once.
Oh, see, that's a vacation.
We did absolutely go to Busch Gardens. Like when we lived in North Carolina, we went up to like Williamsburg a couple times.
That's kind of cool. See,
right.
I went to Brownsville, Texas.
So we did a couple of things like that.
Vacation.
That's what I remember. I'm sure there's more shit out
We
there.
did that for spring break, and then we probably did like 3 or 4 weekend trips a year.
And then we would do road trips from like North Carolina up to New Hampshire.
Okay.
So that was super fun.
Cool.
No.
It's probably very scenic. You just did it all the time.
In the middle of winter.
So
no, that's not when you want to go to New Hampshire.
My parents were super strict with me because my brothers kept fucking up. Right. They were like the troublemakers. So I got to do nothing. So all my friends would go to, starting our junior year, all our friends would go to spring break in South Padre, which is Brownsville. It's just by the beach.
I lived at the beach when I was a kid.
And so my mom was like, no, you're not allowed to go. And
I didn't really know what vacation was, honestly. Like going on vacation. I never took time to think about going on vacation.
When I think about vacation, it's not what I did with my family. That wasn't a vacation.
No,
that was a family trip.
That's a different thing too.
That's a family trip.
Nowadays, that's different. Like going home, like we got, like I've been telling you.
I don't think that's a vacation.
No, like telling you, which is like, hey, it's taking time off, but I gotta go. I want to go see my family.
Like I think of a vacation as going somewhere
tropical, going to something different.
Yeah,
like
a different region.
That's an experience. Maybe that's soft savings.
But I'm not using my savings to go. So
no, I'm using somebody else's savings.
I'm using my vacation account that I literally put funds into.
How much is in there?
Not much because we spent it all when we went to.
Also,
it's not
note to you guys, if you want to start saving for a thing, it's like we have a little side
several
savings.
Accounts.
Well, we have a little side savings.
I learned it from my mom.
Something that's kind of good. Like, yeah. Explain how it is.
So every
Something
paycheck,
that's kind of a cool idea, and I never did this.
I do this for a lot of things though.
Yeah.
Like we have the mortgage account, and all the big bills that money has to be in there. So car payments, mortgage, the condos, that stuff is in there, and only those things come out of it. But that gets X amount of money every paycheck. Then we have a fun account that we put like $200 in every week so that we can have fun with that money. But then we also have a vacation account where every paycheck we put $100 into it, and if our vacations aren't super close together, then it pays for the vacation.
Up. So even if you can do like $20,
even if it pays for like the airfare,
your beer, or dinners, or whatever. I mean,
I think,
but it adds up.
We had a lot when COVID happened because we were still putting that money in there and nobody was going anywhere. But here's where it sucks for me.
What?
When I put money in an account, I hate for that money to come out.
Oh, I don't.
I know.
Because I don't have access to any of these accounts. So my wife's probably embezzling.
Yes, I'm embezzling all our money.
I'm okay.
And I live like a normal life, even though I'm a gazillionaire somewhere else. No, you don't.
Your eyebrows are on point way too often.
You don't have access to those accounts because you'll be like, did you send me? No, that's not what.
No,
that
I love
money's for.
it because the best part, if you're in a relationship, it's like just put $20 in there, whatever. I mean, I'm not saying like secret it away or anything.
No, you know that goes
but it
in
is
there.
kind of a fun thing to be like, oh, there's X number, X amount. I'm like, holy fuck, I wasn't expecting
When
that.
we go to Breckenridge, I'll be like, hey, we got $1,000, and you'll be like, seriously? Yeah, the trip's paid for because we already paid for the flight. Done.
There's been 6 months of savings
Well, a little bit longer
or
than
whatever.
that, but yeah.
So, God damn it.
Yeah, 6 months.
Gen Zers, these are just simple ways to try and help yourself out without having to go.
I remember
definitely
even
max
millennials,
out your 401k.
Millennials, they were saying like
sucks.
Didn't save at all. They were kind of in that mindset too about I'd rather live now than live later.
So this is also the thing. 73% of Gen Z would rather have a better quality of life now than put money in the bank for later. And 53% of the same cohort says they're finding the cost of living crisis to be a barrier to financial success. And I understand that. Granted, at 25 years old, myself, when I have an
you're saying
apartment,
at 25. Okay.
myself at 25 years old, this is a big deal because my rent was $450, but I lived in a shitty apartment.
Yes, you did.
But it was an apartment, right? But it was $450, $500 a month. Now that same apartment is probably $2,000 guaranteed.
You think?
Yeah, guaranteed. $2,000.
No, I think probably
it's just
1,000.
Nope,
15.
Okay, 1,500. Even
It's
so,
so
3 times.
shitty too.
That was 20 years ago.
I don't
right?
think they can charge that much.
No, they can't.
Because if they were older then, they're
Nope.
even older
Doesn't
now.
matter. It's all about location because that was 7th Street in fucking North Phoenix. That was actually really nice, kind of cool area to live. But if you're not making 3 times the salary so I made $32,000.
Right.
The equivalent of that to pay 3 times that rent would be $90,000 if you really think about it, right? I mean, if which you're not going to do. That's not an entry level salary.
Well,
it's just not.
Their entry level salary isn't 32 anymore. It's like 50.
I know, but that's still, they went up 3 times as much.
But that's what they're saying. So they're spending all their money.
Instead of doing that, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, well, they're not going to listen, babe. We didn't listen when we were kids.
I did.
We knew.
I was pretty fucking good.
We knew what
I listened
we were
pretty
doing.
well. And I didn't know much. But what I do know is if you have kids, get them to maximize their 401k.
Well, I told this group before. My very first babysitting job, my mom was like,
10%.
It was like $12. She's like, give me $1.20. I was like, of my $12, she's like,
10%.
Give me $1.20. I was like, why? She's like, I'm teaching you how to save. And
12%,
I was like,
10%. Just put it.
That makes no sense.
And did your mom match? Was she a matching for
She
it?
probably did and just didn't tell me. Because my mom was also the woman that would clip the coupons and whatever money she saved on that trip. Whatever money she saved on that shopping trip, she would put into a kitty for one of her kids. So if she saved $5 went into, even though she didn't have the $5, she took the $5 out of her wallet and put it in the kitty.
Which is kind of cool. So for you guys that have kids,
my mom should have been CFO somewhere. She did. That sounds horrible. She did a really great job at teaching me to save.
You get everybody. There's a bunch of crazy,
but here's what's crazy,
things.
right? So if you think about it, my mom was like 10%, 10%, 10%.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 10%'s a lot when you
and
are
it hurts.
Well, 10%'s a lot.
Once
like
you get used
we
to
are
it.
like we raise our 401k 1% every time,
year.
and I think that we're at like 13 now, which isn't that much above 10%, but we started at 8, which because they match at 16.
The
but
firm, I almost said it.
The firm matches up to 8%.
Up to 8%.
So I tried to think about it like, okay, so maybe I'm only at 13, but then I have another 8 on top of that.
Yeah.
But 10% when you first start working, because I remember.
Fuck yeah. If you're making 40 grand, that's $4,000 a year.
When the firm was taking out 8% of my paycheck, I'd look at it, and this is when I was in Phoenix, like first time I've ever lived on my own. No parent money, no husband money.
On your own, and you're living in you were living in a nice.
It wasn't that. It was.
Fuck you.
Can
You were
imagine?
living in the Biltmore.
I know I was.
You were living.
I was pimping it, dude.
That was. You lived in fancy town compared to what I was expecting.
Oh fuck yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I'm not even embarrassed to say that, babe. Even when I
go
moved from the
Google
Biltmore,
like Biltmore, Arizona. Like
when I moved
Phoenix,
from the
it's
Biltmore to the
fucking-
townhouse, I was still living way better than you.
Oh yeah, but I knew what I was getting into.
A girl shouldn't live there, first of all.
That's why my house almost got broken into.
A girl should not have lived alone in your apartment complex.
Nobody did. I don't think there were.
I'm sure there were some girls, but they were probably.
I remember I was sick one time. Some crazy lady just walked in my house.
Yeah. See, that's why a girl couldn't live in those apartment complexes by themselves. My girl was 3 in 97. Oh, so if she was 3 in 97,
your wife,
girlfriend,
dear God.
She was 3 in 97, dude. How old was I in 97?
You're her mom.
I was 27. I could be her mom. Holy fuck, I'm old.
How old am I?
Old.
97.
You were born in 76, honey.
That's when I was 20.
96. You were 21.
No, you were almost
20, 21.
I could be your girlfriend's dad.
He said he was 10 in 1997. Oh, they're only 3. He's fucking young too.
Who?
He said he was 10 in 97.
Womb did?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. And he's like 11 feet tall.
97. I have to do math with my fingers. Pardon me. 97, 7, 17. He's.
Angela's the same. Angela's right up there. She's right in that.
She's 12.
Yeah.
So wait, how old is Womb then? 97, 7, 17. So
26.
he's 30 something.
Or 36.
36.
Yeah.
And babies. So much life to live still.
So much life ahead of you.
I could be his mom too. Technically, that means I would have had him at 20.
So you could scold him as well. Like, go to bed, fucker.
Listen, I think everyone besides Reed and maybe DJ, I could scold in this chat.
Yeah, DJ's our age. Yeah. Reed's
and I could still
way older than us.
No, Reed's like my age.
Reed's way older.
No, he's like my age. So shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
He's like way older than me. I know that.
Pete was 13, she said.
Pete was probably
He said I'm 36.
He was probably also like 11 feet tall at that time too. I just imagine Pete coming out as like the 16 or 20 inch kid in like
20-pound kid.
The
10-pound kid with 20 inches.
20 inches. Like nearly killed his mom.
Is his brother big?
I don't know. I've never met his brother.
Yeah, well, you've never talked about his brother being. Is he as Irish as Peter is?
Has Peter ever asked me about my brother?
I don't know.
We don't think about those things. That's guy talk. We don't be like,
Oh.
how tall is your brother? I'm like,
Julia said my mom was 25. So see, 48, DJ said, scold away.
there you go.
So
Perfect.
he is young.
He's older
only
than
2
me.
years.
He's older
He's
than me,
only 2 years
motherfucker.
older than me. He's young. I feel like I'm at a stage in my life.
You're older than me, bitch.
I'm in a stage in my life where I'm older than everybody. Everybody.
So real quick, for everybody that's listening to the podcast, you definitely need to go out to YouTube and follow, subscribe to The Bar is Open with Beth and Greg. Go out there, hit the thumbs up, like it, subscribe, do all those things. We don't ask that very often.
Read his AARP. Listen, bitch, I'm almost AARP. So shh.
I'm all really fucking loud. For it at this point. Fuck you.
Isn't AARP very liberal? I can't support a cause like that.
Dude, whatevs. Like, I don't care.
Oh, somebody deleted something. I didn't get to read it. Damn it. I hate it when that happens.
Reeds in assisted living is what DJ said. Now, well, he gets to play with knives and he listens to the podcast.
Yeah, we probably.
Is he just cutting up meat? Is he cutting up dead people?
Here's the thing that you should not do with Reed. Fuck with him because he does things with knives for a living.
That's what I'm wondering. Is he cutting up dead,
He'd be like
old dead people?
I can make you disappear so
Maybe
fast.
He's really just a.
Remember they talked about that 500-pound tuna?
Is he a mortician?
No.
And he's just cutting up old people.
Ew. Isn't that Saw? Isn't that what Saw's about?
I don't know. It's more Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but whatever. I'm fine with it.
Reed said, DJ, soon I hope. AARP. You get like great discounts and shit, don't you?
That's what I'm doing.
Like you get free
I'm fine with that.
AAA.
Yeah. I want all the free
shit. You have to pay for it. You don't get it free for free. You have to pay
an
annual fee.
You don't get free for free?
You don't get free for free. I think.
How much is it? Is it like $5?
No, I think it's like $50 a year.
Basically what everybody. I'm okay with $50 a year.
I'm not getting AARP. You know why? Because then mentally I'll start to feel older than I actually am.
No, you won't. I'll get it for you.
No.
You don't even need to know.
No.
Like, hey, honey, look, we're going to lunch we're going to dinner. It's 5 o'clock. Just be like,
we're not even home. We're still working at 5 o'clock.
We're going to Jim's Cafe. We've got free dinner.
I like Jim's. They have good food.
I know.
Especially
for old people.
What do you call that kind of place? Like, what do you call IHOP or Waffle House? Like a pancake house, I guess. But
cafe. The kind of, I don't know, whatever that means. Julie said you can get AARP. No, you can't get
No,
it.
you
You can get
can't.
triple A at any age.
AARP, you have to be over
AARP is
54
for
or older,
old people.
right?
Yeah.
Hey Siri.
Yeah.
How old do you have to be to get AARP? Oh, it says 50. I don't think that's right though, because didn't we look?
I don't remember. I've never looked.
Maybe
into
I've always just been in denial about being able to get it at 50. Because oh my gosh, if I start getting AARP, then I really need to fucking retire right now so that I can actually
we can't
live
afford
out,
to retire.
so I can actually live
the
out the
world's
next
gonna
20
end.
years in a good way using my AARP discount.
Assisted living is a trip like gang warfare for old people. Fucking savage.
Reed said people and animals are all put together the same way. What'd you say?
That's what I'm saying. Like literally, right? I mean, really, it's just all joints. You just cut people down the.
Like being in the barracks for old folks.
Could you imagine eating a human
fried
like
green
tenderloin
tomatoes?
or something like that?
Fried green tomatoes. Have you ever seen that movie?
I did, but it was
They killed somebody, and that was all the ribs they fed everybody.
I don't remember that. I guess
It's like a side story. You can get it at any age. You just don't get the best benefits until you're a certain age. Really?
I didn't
What's
know
the
that.
point of getting AARP?
All right. Well, fuck. I thought it was for old people.
It's for any people, apparently.
Maybe that's just Medicare.
There goes that.
You ready for this one?
I don't know.
Neighbors' loud farting is driving me insane. I can't relax in my own home. What would be the worst neighborly thing that you could have happen besides getting like shot at?
Them being naked all the time.
Really?
Yes.
That'd be a thing?
Yes.
Like them being naked and like wandering around their property,
Like
or
opening their front door and getting their mail or newspaper. Just hello, glory.
what makes them good, or what makes it horrible? Like just like looking like
75
Santa
years
Claus.
old, it doesn't matter. I mean, Sylvester Stallone at 77. I don't want to see him naked.
I'm trying to think of a woman that would be 77 years old. I'm like Betty White, but she's dead.
Cannibals say best human meat is hands. Ew. For real?
I don't know. Joints and
steams. So easy. Even a caveman can do it.
See, literally, that's how, when I'm at the ranch, I just cut people that don't understand how to dress down a deer. Like, it's pretty easy. Your dad taught me, and he's like, just follow the things. Pretty straightforward. A woman has taken to social media to seek advice after her neighbors started smoking and farting right below her apartment window, saying it's triggering her.
Complain to the apartment.
Misophonia. Can you Google or look up misophonia?
Hey Siri. Hey Siri.
Misophonia.
What's misophonia?
It's MISOPHONIA.
It is described as a.
It's misophonia.
Described as a neurologically based disorder in which auditory stimuli and sometimes visual is misinterpreted within the central nervous system. Individuals with this are set off or triggered by very specific pattern sounds, such as chewing, coughing, pencil tapping, sneezing,
I hate this person already. You ready? A woman has been left outraged at her extremely gassy neighbor who seems to spend his entire day smoking cigarettes and farting.
But that wouldn't, maybe, it didn't say smells, right? It just said noises?
Noises, yeah. So he's just like, meh, meh, and that's what's setting up, not the smells.
Well, all she should do is complain to the apartment complex.
He keeps spending his entire day smoking cigarettes and farting. She explained how his misophonia, a disorder is in which a certain, oh fuck, I could have just read ahead. God damn it. See, this is why you always tell me to read the article.
That just proves the point.
While she didn't want to stay any
what?
While she didn't want to say anything about it, her boyfriend brought it up with their building supervisor, hoping he'd pass the message along to their neighbor. However, now she feels it was bad for possibly embarrassing the man.
Wait, so you either want him to stop or you're worried about him being embarrassed? I mean, you can't have your cake and eat it too.
What? Okay, so really the article was this. What's the worst thing that you've ever seen had as an apartment person? Like neighbor?
Well, we lived in a townhouse and that guy was a streaker.
Oh, with my mom. Oh, have we ever told
with
the
your
story?
mom? We have told the story. With your mom, but then also when the door was open.
Tell the story.
So we had
This is an interesting one. It's been a while. I haven't thought about this.
I lived in a really nice, somebody owned it and I rented the townhouse from them.
It's like a townhouse, like attached townhouses.
Yeah.
Yeah. garage underneath. You go upstairs. You have 2 stories above.
And we heard a couple times. We heard like crazy noise. Like somebody was obviously very wasted. We were like, oh, somebody's getting home wasted. But then one morning, your mom was like screaming for you. Like we thought somebody broke in the house, kind of screaming. And we go and she's on the balcony smoking a cigarette. And she's like, naked.
And I went outside. Remember, I was like,
get the fuck in your house or I'm going to call the cops.
But it happened the night before.
No, that happened in the morning. That was
in the morning, but that was the night before because I called the cops on him when my mom.
But the night before, when the door was open,
and
he was hiding behind the door,
creeping shut. Yeah, we're like, what the fuck, right?
We were like, hello, and all of a sudden,
so the dude, like I saw him, he was standing outside. He has a big giant dick sitting out there.
He had a big dick.
Oh yeah, he was naked.
Well, that's usually,
and he was tall.
That's usually.
I just remember looking down. I'm like, why is the guy got a big naked dick outside?
Strickers are naked, babe.
7 o'clock in the morning.
So
6:30.
He got into a really bad motorcycle accident and got addicted to pain meds. Like that is obviously the huge gateway drug for most people.
It was traumatizing.
Just like got so addicted he lost his job.
Lost his shit.
He's a sex offender because he got arrested for streaking.
Wow.
And we talked to his roommates, and they're like, he's been spiraling down. In my head,
this is years ago.
I was like, why didn't you call his parents? Why would you just let him freak out without calling his family?
So
maybe they did.
What was it?
Care.
Maybe it was
so
right
that's
before we moved
again back
here,
to naked.
I got subpoenaed to go back to court.
Oh yes.
On it.
And you didn't end up having to go because he pled guilty.
No, I ended up going. No.
Oh, I thought he pled guilty.
No, I ended up going.
Oh, you did?
No, because it was like 10 years later.
Oh, wonder why they're trying him so fucking late.
I mean, they were just finding old cases to try and find. It was kind of a dick
Did he found
move.
guilty?
No guilty. They're like, how do you think I could tell it was him? Because he had a limp, because he had a broken leg.
Yeah, well, he had a bad knee or whatever.
Right. He fucked up his leg
up on a motorcycle.
And he had his wife and his kid there.
Would you say you didn't remember? Or would
you
say?
No, I went into I met with both the attorneys.
The chambers.
Like, do you think it's him? I was like, yeah, probably.
That's not a definite yes, though.
That's not a definite yes. So when I got on stand, they're like, could you point the guy out? I was like, probably that guy. They're like, probably that guy. I was like, yeah, maybe. I'm like, he looked like he had his shit together. He had a suit on.
Listen, we're all kids at some point. We're doing stupid shit.
And you're like, I didn't appreciate you showing your dick to my mom.
That's, I think, sometimes the things that kids don't think about is like there's repercussions for like we had this conversation about people that put shit on social media. And I'm like, fuck, dude. You realize that is with you for the rest
it's out there forever.
Of your life.
Like and all this shit.
When you run for office one day, whether it's a councilman in your small town,
own it,
or a senator for your state,
there was a
your shit is out there.
Yeah.
And you have to be open about it. Now, you
have to own up to it at least,
on what
right?
It is, because I'm like, maybe I don't give a shit about what you did when you were 22, as long as it wasn't like
Reed, it was okay. I mean,
what?
He said sorry for being naked in front of you. I mean, it's okay. I'm glad you moved to Florida and got healthy.
I mean, but he gave you a compliment. You told him he had a big dick, so there's a win for him.
Yeah. He literally crashed his motorcycle, like his dirt bike. Yeah. He's out riding his dirt bike, got hooked on fucking oxys and everything
from the injury.
Yeah, from the injury. So
that's why, like, who was it? Oh yeah. Friend that hurt her back. They were like, I just don't want her taking pain meds.
Yeah.
Right. Like they wrote her 30, and the pharmacy would only give her 8, and he was like, they wrote her 30. And I was like, well, now you know why people get addicted to oxy, because apparently they're just popping like like candies.
Couple things.
Cannibals. Okay. So
what's your feel good tonight, honey?
Mine's a cute little pink elephant.
You need a clicker, different clicker.
Let's see if I can. Clicker. So there's not. I'll read a little bit about it, but really, basically, so this woman was Victoria, a guide from Mala Mala in South Africa, had the best seat in the house to watch this adorable display of care from the mother elephant. She shared her story and footage with a site. And she was headed down towards the Sand River in search of some elephants. When she reached the bank of the river, the scene was tranquil and beautiful, and it really is quite sweet. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but
everything's plugged together.
I've heard that elephants kind of raise like their kid like a village.
Yeah, group. Yeah.
Here, let me make it bigger. Okay, do you have it turned on?
I can right now.
Okay.
There you go.
So, and he's pink. He's so new. He doesn't even have like color to him yet. But they're trying to cross this river.
Okay. It's a little baby elephant. Happy birthday, Marines. Semper Fi.
But look, like, it's so cute to watch them all try to help him cross the river. At first, I was panicky. I was like, that baby going to drown.
Oh, no, they don't let it.
But there's at one point where you can see that she literally has it
trunk
on
underneath.
her trunk and her tusks. So she's like lifting it up, but they're all the other ones stay in front so they can slow the water down. Like, that's when I got nervous. I was like, that baby gonna die.
And there's probably another elephant well ahead of it or whatever. That's awesome. So, is that an albino elephant?
It is. It's pink. That's what kind of what, like, one of the, see, like, there's a couple times I was like, stop.
That's cool.
He's gonna.
No, I'm saying, is that an albino elephant originally? Or is that like.
He's just pink. I don't know.
Or do elephants start out pink?
I don't know. I don't.
That's super cool.
Then they get to a point where mom can walk and she's like, all right, come on, put your big pants on and stand up.
Put your big fucking
So I thought it was really cute to see.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
So like, you see, there he is. Oh, you turned it off before you could see him.
That's okay.
I think he is an albino because even his eyelashes are white.
I think, right? That's what
I think he's not meant to be an albino. He just is an albino. He's not like an albino elephant. But here's the funny thing too, is that video led me to a video all about like pet bloopers.
Oh yeah.
Laughing my ass off. I mean, I was laughing so hard when I came out to talk to you. I was like, I can't breathe. It was good. So it led to happy and happy.
LAMFO. Laughing my ass off.
Laughing my
seriously? Is that what
fucking
it was?
Ass off? Is like
something like that. Said? Yeah, I gotta find my feel good.
Okay.
Because my feel good is literally, it's this little guy. So I don't need to get into the story. Nonetheless, he calls this little boy who's hugging the police officer right here, calls 911.
Okay.
It hangs up.
Oh, he hangs up?
So the police show up at the house. Mom walks around the corner. It's like, and the police officer's like, is this so-and-so's residence? And she's like, yes. Because we just got a call for 911. It's like, everything's okay, whatever. Well, the little boy, she goes, did you dial 911 from his cell phone? He's got like a burner. He's got like a phone that's not connected.
It's for emergencies.
But you know how like phones don't work. Like if you don't have it hooked up to the to a service,
right?
You can still dial 911.
Okay.
Like on any cell phone out there, right? Well, he dialed 911 and then hung up, right?
Okay.
So they, of course, did their due diligence and called. So she goes, honey, come out here, to her little son. And he goes, I wanted to give him a hug.
Mm.
Right? So his little boy gives him a hug. Right. And he's like, I appreciate that. And he's like, thank you. He goes, and he gives him a little lesson.
Don't call 911 unless emergency.
Unless it's an emergency.
You should give him the non-emergency phone number.
Well, yeah. And he talked about certain things like that. But I thought it was just sweet.
That's sweet.
Little boy was like, I just wanted to give
a police officer a hug.
So fuck, right? Well, you can't go wrong.
And then when they were like, 911, what's your emergency? He was like, fuck. Like,
that's basically what he did. Yeah, so yeah, you know what I mean? So it's all good.
That's
couple
cute.
of shows that I watched. I binged this week, which was probably why I was up to like 3 o'clock in the morning a couple times this week.
And then you wonder why you're sick.
One, it's called All the Light We Cannot See.
Okay.
So these are both on Netflix. That one is probably, I think, number 3 or something like that. So like a World War II kind of, and it's based on a book, right? Turned show, definitely a must watch. It's got Hugh Laurie from House.
Yeah.
And it's got a couple of other people that are relatively unknowns. The girl that plays the main character, she plays the blind girl in it, was fucking amazing.
Really?
So if you haven't seen that, it's really good, but it's from a Jewish and German, it's from a Jewish perspective and then the German occupied perspective, of course, right? So it's maybe it rubs you a little bit, whatever. It should rub you a little bit, rub you the wrong way. And that's good. That's nothing wrong with that. But it was really good. I thought it was really good. I watched 4 hours in one night.
Holy shit.
I literally started it like 11 and went to bed at like 3:30.
Was it last night?
That was like Tuesday or Wednesday.
You wonder why you're sick.
Yeah.
Okay.
So watch that. The next one I watched last night.
Again, up till 3.
Robbie Williams. Do you know who he is?
Yeah.
He is?
Yeah. He used to be hot in the 80s.
Late 80s and 90s.
Isn't he Rob Lowe's brother or something?
No,
Or he looks
Robbie
like Rob
Williams. He was in a band called Take That.
Lowe? Okay.
Right.
I don't know the band, but I know the name.
It was a British
Blue
band.
Eyes?
I don't know.
Oh,
British
maybe I'm
band.
not thinking of the right person.
And I had never heard of him, and I was like, all right, it kind of seemed like it's kind of like it's very much a documentary, but it's super. It was interesting to see this guy. He's like was one of the biggest. I mean, maybe he still is. He kind of still is. I think one of the biggest like rock stars or pop rock stars in
England,
Europe, right? And I think he kind of is here. I don't know that he really hit it off here.
Okay.
But it goes through his like life and how he was in this band called Take That, which was like a New Kids on the Block. I watched this last night, and I was like,
what?
Take a band called Take That.
Oh, I heard New Kids on the Block.
It was kind of like the British version of New Kids
that's
on
why.
the Block, right? Because they started, I think, in '89. Anyway, great kind of docu-series.
What is it about?
It's about just his life.
Ever since retiring
And how
from music?
he didn't retire. He's still going. But when he started at like 16 years old, and he's got 30 years of film, and you literally see him become huge, fall off, get into drugs,
Oh shit.
do all of the shit, and it's all videotaped. And then start playing like 350,000.
Again.
No,
Oh well, he's high.
when he was like doing it all,
Okay.
right? And then crash. And he crashes on stage, kind of like all of these things. It's worth a watch. I definitely think it's worth a
Probably
watch.
not for me.
If you're into that kind of,
Yeah.
I
only
wasn't
watch
expecting
happy
it,
shit.
and I didn't even know who the dude was
Yeah.
until last night, right? So check that out.
Cool.
The other thing is Gladiator 2 is coming
That
out.
seems like so late.
20 years?
Yeah.
When was
Seems-
when was last Gladiator?
Hey Siri,
Gladiator.
what year
20
did the
years
movie
ago, I think?
Gladiators come out?
Right?
Gladiator was 2000.
So 23 years ago.
It seems. Is it his?
They're coming out with Gladiator
Interesting.
2, same director, same producer, same
I mean,
everybody.
hey, maybe it'll be good.
And in this one, the dude fights a fucking troop of baboons.
Wait, what? That seems ridiculous.
A troop.
Yeah, that seems ridiculous.
Fuck yes.
Reed said, "Time to recognize the real American heroes, the garbage men."
Goddamn right.
Garbage man. Yep.
When was the last time you waved to your garbage man? I waved mine every goddamn Wednesday.
Where do you see them at?
Out front.
When you're outside
Drinking coffee, having a cigarette.
Yeah.
Wave to my garbage man every goddamn day.
Agree. I'm with you. Why would they make another Gladiator movie?
Fuck,
What's the
because it's
point?
going to be amazing. And it's a prequel to the original Gladiator. To the
The
first
story
Gladiator.
ended, he said. Oh, it's a prequel.
The story never ends.
No, he died and went to heaven and found his fucking
It's
family.
not the same motherfucker.
I mean, if it's a prequel, it's supposed to be, apparently.
There wasn't only one gladiator. You motherfuckers. You make life difficult.
He's the only gladiator because he taught them how to fight as an army.
I'm done for tonight. You guys, we love you. Thank you so much. Go out and hit the like, subscribe. Go out to Spotify and iTunes and give us a little love if you don't mind. I've been trying to. I got a new AI thing to push out some new what do you call it? Clips.
Yeah.
Hope you like them. If you do, fucking like those as well, because it's just something that I started trying because I was tired of doing them on my own, quite honestly. So the algorithm figures out where it is. So I'll push them out. I'll push a couple of these out for tomorrow. Let me know what you think. I kind of just pick some themselves.
And Woke said it's probably going to be woke trash.
That's okay.
And he's probably not wrong.
Probably a bunch of, probably just be like, did they have rainbow flags back then?
2021 Gladiator? I don't care what that means. Maybe it's a car?
Oh, he's got a Jeep.
Okay.
You got your LGBTQ Jeep.
Hey, bitch.
It's all good, dude.
Very nice.
It's fine. I know it's rainbow colored. All good though. We love you.
On that note,
we love you guys. Thank you so much. Cheers, honey.
Cheers.
Get your booze. Get your booze.
I got your booze.
You guys get your booze. I hope you have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend. If you're in a cold place, stay warm. If you're in a warm place, stay cool.
Jump in the pool, Reed. Love you guys.
Bye.
Catch you next time. Cheers.
Welcome to The Bars Open with Beth and Greg.